Welcome back to From Fear to Fun, the podcast where we explore how to transform medical encounters with children from moments of fear into opportunities for fun, with connection, confidence, and cooperation. I'm so glad that you are here. Today, we are going to look at how we can allow the child to get the engagement started, how to use those very first seconds wisely by giving the child space, agency, and safety as they approach something unfamiliar. The very first second of a pediatric consultation are decisive. In those moments, the child silently decides whether they will engage with me or withdraw. Engagement starts in the waiting area, the child's safe territory. My approach is that I call the family's name and then immediately the child's first name and repeat the family name again. While doing this, I scan the room for the parent's reaction. Their gaze leads me to my patient, and this is the moment the encounter truly begins. When I have identified the child, I point at them and I call the child's name again and wave enthusiastically. A childlike, friendly signal that says, I'm not a threat, I'm approachable, and I'm willing to meet you on your level. During COVID, also I had to use a mask, and often I hear that people say, oh, the mask made contact so complicated. In fact, the opposite was true for me. I painted my mask every day with a smile. By doing this, my mask looked way less intimidating, more playful, and me, myself, looked a little bit more odd. And as I have explained before, acting odd initially can counter fear. This mask, combined with my bold, childlike gestures, presented me as playful and approachable. And the combination of verbal and nonverbal communication did set the tone as warm, safe, and open. When I wave at them, I'm scanning for the response, because the child's reaction to my wave is the first real interaction. I invest heavily in nudging the tone towards friendliness and cooperation, but the choice is theirs. Allowing the child to approach the unknown gives them agency over their feelings and opens the door to cooperation. When they decide to trust me, they show it by walking towards me. When the child walks towards me, they choose the speed, they choose the distance they are willing to travel, and they choose how close they dare to come to me. And this preserves their sense of control and reduces fear. They remain relaxed because they are not pushed, they are choosing. Once they begin approaching, I invite them gently into a closer contact. I might say, wow, you have dinosaurs on your shirt. May I have a closer look? This shifts me from unknown adult to interested friend. At this point, anything that places the child in a position of power and me in a position of curiosity builds trust. Finally, I offer my hand for a handshake. About 80% of the children accept this. This simple gesture demystifies me and makes me also further approachable. You might wonder, what do I do when they don't want to shake hands? If the child refuses, I accept it warmly. Oh, you don't want to shake my hand? That's fine. This acceptance often relaxes anxious children. They realize they have a voice, their boundaries matter, and they are respected. So this grants them the status in our meeting. Next, I spark curiosity. I have something cool to show you. Pause. I have a tally where you can see your ear. How cool is that? Even reluctant children soften at this point. They've had time to observe me, and now they have something exciting to look forward to. So now I end with, shall we go and have a look? Are you doing a high five with me? By now, about 97% of children accept the high five and follow me willingly into the examination room. Rarely, but sometimes, despite all efforts, the child remains frightened. The most common fears are fear of pain or fear of losing control. If they seem to fear pain, I say, by the way, I don't have needles and nothing what I'm gonna do gonna be sore. This reassurance melts tensions almost instantly, but it only works if I can keep the promise. If they fear losing control, I say, I will tell you step by step what's going to happen, and we are a team. So this grants predictability and certainty. I seal these agreements with a high five as a small ritual of trust. In a nutshell, allowing the child to approach the unknown gives them control over their encounter and reduces fear. When children feel safe, respected, and curious, cooperation follows naturally. Thanks for listening to From Fear to Fun. Next time, we're going to deal with a very tricky aspect of doctor-patient interaction, the acknowledgement of false medical belief systems. Until then, remain curious, offer connection, and keep moving from fear to fun.